What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video we're going to be playing another full grand challenge trying to get to 12 wins starting all the way at 0, and we're going to be playing Giant Graveyard. I realized I haven't made a Giant Graveyard video in a while. I think it's been at this point about a couple months, and it's actually very good in the meta. Even after the recent Mother Witch buff, it has still been very solid. It actually finished second in the world on ladder last season. I don't know if you guys knew that, so that's pretty impressive. This is the deck that finished second, and you can see it has the Archer Queen in it, so if you guys would like to use this deck on ladder, I would recommend subbing in the Musketeer. And trust me when I say this, even though of course the Archer Queen I think is the better option, you can still have a lot of success with the Musketeer because there's so many Giant Graveyard players who, you know, finished top 200 and they use the Musketeer variation. Skarmy is very good on defense, and then you got the Dark Prince just as a good splash card, going to be good against Drill, Royal Hog, stuff like that. And then Arrows and Snowball have just always been great spells to have inside a Giant Graveyard. If you guys would like to use my creator code, use Boss in any Supercell game, thank you guys for doing that. Let's go ahead let's go ahead and go into the first game. Okay guys, so we found a first match here, and I know a lot of you guys do enjoy these full grand challenge videos. In fact, some of you guys enjoy it more than ladder, and I figured since it's, you know, very early in the ladder season still, I would probably, it's a great time to do another grand challenge video. And also there's also a global tournament going on, so likely my next video will maybe be another global tournament video going to 25 wins or something like that. We'll see. Anyway, so this guy's got a pretty strange deck thus far. We see he's got the Witch, the Baby Dragon, and as of now, don't know what he's using yet. We're going to go Giant in front of the Queen here. We got a nice push going. I might Graveyard, but I'm going to hold off on it for just a second to see what he does. Yeah, he went Skarmy. It's kind of unfortunate I don't have my Arrows in cycle, because if I did, I would have been able to go Arrows, take it out, but I think either way it's fine. I used my Arrows on his Princess, that's why I didn't have it, I think, in rotation. Or did I use it on the barrel? I can't remember, but either way, I used my Arrows on something he did. Okay, so yeah, his deck has pretty much no synergy whatsoever. It's just kind of like your typical, you know, off-meta deck. So he's got a lot of, like, you know, heavy support cards, you know, Baby Dragon, Wizard, Witch, and also Princess. So he's got a lot of ranged units, splashed units actually. They all deal splash damage. I just realized that. So very interesting. That's gonna take out the Witch, I think. Nice. And we're even gonna deal damage to the tower. That was a very valuable ability there. I'm gonna go ahead and Giant in the back, and I think this is where we set up for a Giant Graveyard push. Okay, he actually mirrored the Witch. Wow. So he's got mirror as well. So I think at this point he's probably used almost all of his cards, at least I would assume so. So we're going to go Graveyard here and probably get ready to Arrow. Likely he's going to, I would assume, like, he was going to drop like a Skarmy, so I kind of went Arrows. But at the very least, we still took out the Princess and dealt some damage to the tower, so it was still worth it, I would say. So we're just going to go for a Giant here, so this way the Wizard doesn't take out the, well, actually it's gonna, oh wow, yeah, still splashed and killed them anyway. We'll just snowball this, Arrow, and, oh, the Giant got a shot. Okay, so maybe he didn't even need an Arrow, but either way, we're gonna be able to defend with ease. There's pretty much no way he'll be able to take my tower. He's not gonna be able to get through a Dark Prince, a Skarmy, and yeah, like, take my whole tower with the barrel. So yeah, he gave up, he knows it. That's gonna be GG. Easy peasy. Very strange deck on his end. I mean, didn't make much sense. So usually these types of decks shouldn't be an issue as long as you're playing how you need to. Alright, 11 more to go. So we're against Josh here. He's going to do the crying emote. So maybe he saw the, oh yeah, that emote's really good. I was going to say maybe he saw the badges, because now you have badges on your profile. So we might have intimidated him a little bit. So he's got Golden Knight. Golden Knight could be just about anything, because it's such a versatile card that it pairs well in most things. Sadly, it's going to be Electro Giant, and I do not exactly have, so this is the one flaw of the deck, believe it or not, and this is why it's surprising this deck finished second in the world last season. This doesn't have like a single counter to Electro Giant. But here's the good news. the Electro Giant player doesn't have a good counter to the graveyard most of the time, especially if they're using rockets. So the way you want to play this matchup is you essentially want to 3-crown them as quick as possible. So you're going to be constantly pressuring them with giant graveyards and going for the king tower. In these types of situations, giant in the pocket and then graveyard on the king is the ideal play to make. You don't really want to go for the 2-crown, because if the E-Giant player is smart, they're going to try to 3-crown you. So actually, in this type of situation, you might be thinking, well, we should probably defend, right? Well, actually, we need to apply pressure because, like I said, we quite literally can't defend an Electro Giant, so it's important for us to pressure. Because he just did that, he's not going to have a lot of elixir, so his only chance here is, like... Nice. Yeah, I guess he didn't... He just wasn't able to do anything. I was about to say his only chance is to, like, Tornado last second, but he didn't even have elixir for that. The Skeleton's just completely... I don't even know why I'm wasting my time claiming these, but yeah, that was fast. That's all I gotta say. Alright, I'll see you guys when we find the next one. Alright, so, yeah, that was kind of funny. It stopped me right in my tracks. I was about to say, like, you know, he's gonna have to Tornado, and he didn't even get the 3 elixir in time. Jeez, man. Alright, he's gonna go Bomber. We'll go Minions. Again, could be E-Giant, so could be a similar situation to us just having to be hyper-aggressive, but because he's got Fire Spirit, it's making me think he's probably using Drill, because most E-Giant decks don't have Fire Spirit in it, and with him having the Inferno, it's looking like it's going to be Drill, which isn't that bad of a matchup because you have Dark Prince. This is where you're going to be really happy you have Dark Prince, so when you're against E-Giant, it might not be very fun. But when you're against Drill, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be very glad you have a Dark Prince in your deck, because if you didn't, you would have pretty much nothing, because Log takes out your Skarmy, and, okay, sadly we couldn't get that off in time, but we could just go Minions on top of this here. He doesn't have Log and Cycle. So even though, wait, I just got my elixir back. Let's go. That's actually really clutch. So did you see that, how I got the elixir back? Because the Queen ability didn't go off. Sometimes you get refunded. It's pretty nice, actually. That's also partially why champions are broken. There's little risk whatsoever in actually activating the ability, because half the time you just get it back if it dies right when you press the ability icon. So we can just Giant in the back. This is, yeah, this is a matchup where you don't really want to go, in single elixir, you don't want to go Giant Graveyard. At the bridge, you want to build up a push in the back to have support cards, so, you know, Queen with your Giant, or even, you know, just... alright, we'll just let him have it. I mean, just let him defend this, I guess is what I'm trying to say. He still has to deal with the Queen, and we could even just Graveyard here, because yeah, I mean, we can arrow this. He still has to spend a lot of elixir. And, yeah, as you can see, even with the Log and all that elixir spent, he's still taking a ridiculous amount of damage. Obviously, that defense definitely could have been a lot better, but I think it was just one that was also probably challenging for him to defend. I mean, this is the other nice thing about having arrows in the deck, because when you're against Drill, and they have guards or Skarmy, you have the perfect response to them. And they just get pretty much no value, because you just save your arrows for that, since there's no reason to use your arrows on, you know, like the Drill, for example, because you can just use your Dark Prince if you're saving it for it, which, you know, you hopefully are. So, gonna be another easy win here. This one wasn't even close. Of course, if you're against a very, very smart Drill player, it'll probably be a lot closer, especially if they have a Dark Goblin, because Dark Goblin, as you guys know, you can kind of play it behind your King Tower, so then they would just, you know, you wouldn't be able to arrow it, so you might be in a little bit of trouble then. But if they don't even have Dark Goblin, just pretty easy. So we're against Wallace here. Oh, also, I wanted to take this time to ask you guys, do you guys want to see a full Classic Challenge video? I assume most of you guys at this point are probably still watching, because we're only 3 games in. So those of you who are still watching, get to give your input on this. Do you guys want me to play a full Classic Challenge? I've got a couple comments on it saying they would like me to, because there's majority of the people in this game have not won a Classic Challenge. I would even say majority of my subs haven't, even though I would say my subs are definitely better than the average player. I would certainly assume most of you guys watching have not won a Classic Challenge. So if that's the case, let me know if you guys would like to see a full Classic Challenge video. So here, in my experience, is what I would say about Classics. Certainly, so I see a lot of people, okay, he's calling the good game. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's good game, but he did get a lot of damage. That was kind of unlucky. So what I was going to say is a lot of people say that, we're actually going to go giant kind of like this. A lot of people say Classic Challenges are just as hard to Grand Challenges. I definitely disagree with that, but with that being said, I don't think Grand Challenges are significantly harder. I think how it works is you just will get, Anyway, hold on, I should probably focus on this game. In Grand Challenges, you mostly get difficult opponents even starting at 6 wins, whereas in Classics, you usually have to get 9 wins before you start getting difficult opponents. Anyway. I'm just muting this guy to try to focus here, because he's calling a really good game on us. I will say, this is probably not that easy of a matchup, because he does have, just based off of how it's went so far, I think that's fair to say. He's got P.E.K.K.A, which is good against Giant. He's got the Witch and the Valkyrie, which both get him a lot of value. And then also, ooh, he's got arrows. Wow, what a fat counter. Okay, this guy has a really good matchup. He's got arrows for the minions, too. Okay. Holy moly, is this a bad matchup. It's a very strange deck, and of course we can play well and still win, but this is, like, I would say a really bad matchup. In my opinion, at least. So we hopefully can get some good graveyard damage. Okay, that was really clutch. Wait, I think we could even giant here, since I don't know. Okay, I don't think he can afford a P.E.K.K.A. So we could go graveyard here. And guess what? We're going to be spamming good games, because he was calling the early good game against us. So, good game. That's right. We won. GG. I mean, it was a good game. It was a good game. So, it was a good game. So, GG. Alright, we're a third of the way done. Let's see if we can close it out this time. I think last time I did the Grand Challenge video, we made it to 11 wins. So, as I was saying, this guy's won a Classic Challenge. You can see it on his badges. Classic Challenges, in my opinion, most of the time when you're against a good opponent, you'll see them starting at 9 wins. So typically, the first, like, 7 or 8 games, you're not going to be playing against someone that good in Classic Challenges. Whereas in Grand Challenges, you certainly could play against someone who's kind of good. Even I've had times where I played against people who have won a Grand Challenge only at, like, 2 wins into the GC. So there definitely is a difference in the skill of players you match earlier on inside of the challenge. That's the main difference, I would say. Also, I feel like I should shout this out more. I don't know why I don't. I think it's dumb of me not to, but if you guys want to see more of my gameplay, definitely make sure to check me out on Twitch. I don't stream it as often on Twitch anymore, but I try to at least a couple times a week. It's just boss_CR. I'm definitely going to be streaming the upcoming global tournament. Well, it's still going on, not upcoming. I'm actually, so if you, well, depending on when you guys watch this, but I'm planning on streaming it tomorrow. So I usually stream like in the evening, like EST time. So this guy's just spamming well played. Okay. Yeah, again, this is probably not going to be too easy, because he has poison, which is a good graveyard answer, and P.E.K.K.A. So I don't think it's going to be really, really easy, but at the same time, I don't think, like, I mean, of course we can win. That's kind of what I'm saying. All right, it is really nice we got arrows for the minions. That's going to help us out a lot. All right, we can go queen to snipe the P.E.K.K.A here. Yeah, this would certainly be easier if he had a fireball. The poison is making this very kind of challenging to go in for a graveyard. I think we do it here, though. Okay, good. We baited out the poison. Now look at all this. The queen and the minions are getting a lot of value. He just used his zap. Oh, and he was... Okay, this is great. He's in a lot of trouble. Nice. The queen even locked on the tower. Nice. I think this might be GG. Yeah, he's so low on elixir right now. We can go graveyard and arrow his minions if he uses them. He might go for last second poison. Okay, that's probably even better because now, once again, he's super low on elixir. Yeah, this is really good. Maybe it's not as bad of a matchup as I thought it was, but I definitely do think he made a really big mistake. When he went for that bandit at the bridge, he let me get a really valuable defensive giant. I think that was a kind of a costly mistake. I'm gonna let the... Ooh, it didn't even connect. That's even better. I was gonna say, what in the world? We almost lost. He almost took my whole tower in like a, like... Yeah, so that guy's 10 classics won, but bro, that was scary. Oh my goodness. Okay, I should have been paying more attention. I was so confident like we were not going to lose our tower because it was at full health, and then in like just a few seconds it... Oh, it got really scary. Oh my god, this guy's... Look at this guy's... This guy's really good. Look at his, he's, finished, what, like 50th last season? And then... This guy's actually pretty solid. If you guys saw his profile, or what he had on there, wow. Yeah, this guy's good. Okay, this is not going to be an easy game at all. Maybe we go graveyard to try to tank the Inferno. Yeah, as you can see, it's targeting... Okay, this shouldn't be that bad of a matchup, even though I don't have a reset to the Inferno. He doesn't, like... I'm pretty sure if he's got Rocket, this should be a pretty good matchup for me. I think. Even if he's got Firewall, it probably isn't that bad since... Well, if he's got Fireball, he's going to use it right now. Okay, so the reason why him having Rocket is better for me is because even though Rocket kills a queen... Minions get more value when he's got Rocket because I can use it to distract the Inferno. We can play the Skarmy, like, here, so it's practically impossible for him to... Yeah, I kind of had to arrow that. Because the Bomber... He's got to defend this, though. Skellies, and then still has to play something else. Alright, so in this matchup, we're going to have to try to abuse We have to try to abuse the minions, I think. Okay, he just used his log. He can't use it right now. We're kind of having a tough time. The Inferno is giving me some issues, that's for sure. There we go. That was a massive amount of damage I just got. That was really good. I'm gonna like pre-place the graveyard in hopes it's gonna distract the Inferno before I'm able to get minions down. We do that. Nice. And we get the win against someone who pretty dang good. I mean, let me show you guys his profile again. I mean, that guy was solid. I think we just had a pretty good matchup, so even though he played it well, we're still able to get the win. So, yeah, he finished 199th in the world last season, 56 best finish. He's got 100 Grand Challenge wins, so very good player. So yeah, glad we were able to get the win. And this shows you guys right here, I'm telling you guys right now, majority of the time you play a Classic Challenge, you're not going to play a player like this. I promise you guys, if that does happen, that's extremely rare. You will not play players in Classics like that have 100 Grand Challenge wins. Like, that'll happen almost never. You might play some that have like 10 or like 1, but not usually people who have 100. Because for them, it's just typically a waste of time for them to play it. So that's just the proof right there that Classics are a little easier than Grand Challenges. Anyway, this guy's probably using Hog. So this is one that is actually not that easy. Because the Earthquake is going to get him... I'm not going to snowball that, I think. I don't know if that was fair play or not, but... yeah, this is going to be hard. If this guy knows what he's doing, it's not going to be easy, because he's got Earthquake and Cannon, which both get him a lot of value in this match. 2 solid Graveyard Answers is what I'm getting at, basically. But we'll see what happens. I'm gonna Graveyard here. If he knows what he's doing, he most of the time will Earthquake defensively on the graveyards. That was not the defense he was looking for, I think. Okay, that whole Hog goes to waste. Okay. Hold up, this guy just screwed up. Alright, yeah, so he just spent 7 elixir, and I just spent 1, basically. All I did was pop an ability, it killed a Hog, and yeah. So we're going in here, pretty much because he doesn't have his cannon in cycle, so why not? Let's go for it, right? I'm even going to graveyard here too. It might be kind of late to go for it, but nope, it's not, because we're up so much elixir. It's going to be GG. Nice. And that all happened because he didn't go for an Earthquake defensively on top of the graveyard. So what happened is he kind of overspent, and, well, and the other issue was that Hog, obviously, playing it right into the Queen. But, this is a matchup where you really, if you're against a good Hog EQ player, you need to try to win it in single, because in double, it's really easy for them to always have an Earthquake and Log and cycle for your graveyard. That's the trick of this matchup, is outcycling their graveyard and their Log, and also trying to force them to use the cannon. Obviously, they mostly will use it on the Giant, but sometimes they'll try to get away with using it on the graveyard, so they can save Earthquake and Log for your Skarmy, because Skarmy is also, most of the time, they'll try to go Giant Skeletons with their Hog pushes, so you're not able to just go minions and defend it all. But this guy didn't do that. He just kept playing the Hogs by itself, so it was really easy for me to defend. And there we go. We're already 7-0. Just 5 games away from this Grand Challenge. Winning this Grand Challenge, I'm feeling a lot more confident than I was the last Grand Challenge video, because at this point in the last one, I was already at 2 losses, and now I'm, 7-0. So I have a good feeling we're going to get it this time. Let's head into the 8th match. So we're against Marshall here. We got Giant, Queen, Arrows, Snowball. We could probably go Giant in the back first play. Okay, we're definitely going to do that. Maybe, okay, hopefully the Baby Dragon targets the Giant and not the Tower. I think it will. And even if it just splashes it once, that's not really the end of the world. Okay, yeah, it does. We'll go Queen here. So if he's got Baby Dragon, E-Drag, it's probably Lumber Loon. If it's not that, then it's going to be something a little bit off meta. So, oh my, what's... I think definitely getting the King activated is the good play here. We took a little bit of damage, but that I think is worth it, because if he's using... Okay, it is Elixir Golem. Speaking of Elixir Golem, I haven't made an Elixir Golem video in a while, so maybe I will. Likely, though, it would have to be a Grand Challenge one, because I don't think it's too strong, so I don't know if I want to risk losing trophies on ladder, but we'll see. We will see. We know he's got Mirror. That's going to be toxic. Okay, so in this matchup, we cannot play into his pushes. So anytime he goes in for a healer, it's really good to pressure the other lane, because if we go for giant pushes into... You do not want an Elixir Golem player counter pushing, is essentially what I'm trying to say here. I don't know if those minions were even worth it, but at least we, okay, this is gonna be, kind of toxic. Yeah, we gotta go for the 3 crown now. Oh no, no! The Dark Prince is tanking, not the Giant. Luckily, that Elixir Golem is literally just going off on its own. So, we got that pretty much taken care of. I'm gonna arrow this, though, just to kill that baby drag. We're gonna go Giant Graveyard in the pocket. Typically don't do this, but... Wait, he doesn't have a Tornado in cycle. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, that was such a stressful game. I'm glad we won, but... Goodness gracious. Okay. 8-0, 2/3 of the way through. Let's close it out. Oh, that was a nice one. Nice. It's always satisfying to beat Elixir Golem. Even though it's not too strong, it's still, it's always nice, right? So we'll cycle Snowball here. He's gonna go Bomber. So we'll Arrow. It's either, it's probably Electro Giant or Drill, most likely. Okay, yeah, this is probably gonna be pretty... I will say right now, even though you can beat Electro Giant, if they have Electro Giant Mother Witch, at that point you probably could kiss your chances goodbye, but if they have the variation I played against earlier, where they got basically... where they... Oh, no. Okay, we pretty much have to rely on him hopefully not having a good graveyard answer. If he has Earthquake, we're probably going to lose this. Like, almost definitely. Our best bet is if he's got, Rocket. We want him to have Rocket. So we're going to have to ignore this and just go in for a graveyard here. This is GG. Yeah, this matchup we can't win. Unfortunately. Yeah, the Earthquake, is not what you want to see. Oh boy. Yeah, this is GG. This will probably be our first loss. I think it will be, unless he really chokes. Like, if he loses this game, he choked. I can guarantee that if we win. Because this is, quite an impossible matchup if he plays how he should. Okay, so what do we even do here to, like, give ourselves a chance? Yeah, you just EQs and yeah, it's GG. Yeah, rip. I mean, that's, like I said, as soon as I saw the Earthquake, I knew we were going to lose unless he... The good news is, though, is I would say the vast majority of people using Electro Giant either have Rocket or Lightning. I feel like most people don't use it with Earthquake. I know I did a video on it one time, but I don't think it's the common variation. So, at least you got that going for you. But yeah, definitely unfortunate regardless, but that's like the worst matchup you'll get. So, alright, he's got Ice Spirit. Let's just wait, see if this guy wants to do anything here. Alright, we can Dark Prince because he just uses Log. So, Ice Spirit Log typically means Hog or Expo. Could also be Log Bait, but okay, so yeah, with him having the Ice Golem, I think we can pretty much assume, okay, 2.6, yeah. This, I don't actually know what this matchup is, actually. I think, from my experience, though, I want to say that it's actually probably decent for Giant Graveyard, because your arrows, even though they don't seemingly like to directly get a lot of value, they actually do pretty decent against like skeletons and stuff, like when you're going in for the graveyard pushes. But with that being said, let's go. It's still, it could be a little tricky because they got Cannon and Log. And the Musk is sometimes unkillable, at least it feels that way. Alright, so if he goes Hog, probably go Minions Snowball on top of it. Let's actually go Minions now. And see... He Fireballs it. Okay, perfect, because now we can go Queen. Because he just Fireballed the Minions. And this is where we try to set up and go for a Graveyard Push. Ooh, late Ice Golem. That's very good for me. So we both get some damage. I'd say, oh yeah, overall we got the better end of that. Nice. Ooh, that was also really good because the minions helped out. Wow. Yeah, you can see he's even saying the oops. So yeah, this is really good. Okay, we're just setting in the back now. I think I'm liking the situation. I'm liking how the flow of the game's going. We're kind of putting the pressure on, and he's kind of struggling on the back end, like defending. So, an arrow here. Yeah, nice. He's having to overcommit so much. Ooh, defensive hog. That was definitely out of desperation. Dark Prince gets a shot. Wow, it's still got a shot on the tower though. Jeez. Hog does have a lot of health. I got to admit. Okay, cool. The Musk died. We're getting some damage from the Skellies. Wow, yeah. It's probably GG. Just have to be patient, probably go for a couple more graveyard pushes, and we got it. We can just Giant to protect the Queen. Graveyard, and probably Arrow. Yeah, nice. And that's gonna be GG. Nice. Oh, wait, not yet. There we go. That's gonna be GG. Musketeer came down late. Okay. So, 9-1 now. 3 more to go. See if we can get it. Alright. So, against this guy, he's apparently live on Twitch, actually. Okay, so he's gonna go Princess Goblin Barrel first play of the game. Okay. So we're definitely gonna apply some pressure here. Okay, actually, that might have been good for me that he did that, because now the Giant's getting damage, but yeah, he started off so aggressively. That was strange. He got some good damage, so I guess it wasn't a bad play, but very aggressive start from him. So we got some damage. Pop the ability here. Okay, he logs that. Probably we should go Skarmy on top of the Princess, since he just used his log, so we don't have to worry about him doing that, and then he'll have to defend the Skarmy. Okay, that works, I guess. And that Skarmy's gonna get a pretty solid amount of damage, actually. You just let it go. Thinking, oh, he probably has Mirror. He might try to mirror the barrel right now. I think I'm gonna go Giant to try to kite the Mighty Miner. Yeah, and he just used the ability, so... Oh, okay, he did just go Cannon, so that's, I think, good for me. He probably didn't need that Cannon, that's why I'm saying it's a good thing. So we'll go Minions if he goes Princess at the Bridge, which there's a good chance he will, or he might Rocket this Queen. I'm kind of curious what he chooses to do. Okay, I'm actually going to Snowball this, and then we're going to go Graveyard. We're going to Arrow this. And the Queen died, that wasn't good. But either way, it would have been blocked by the Mighty Miner, so it wouldn't have been, like, too great, I guess. Yeah, this is pretty hard. Because I know Logbait has a pretty solid matchup against Giant Graveyard. because of the Mighty Miner primarily, I can't really get a giant to the tower. And I don't have an adequate way of blocking it either. Like, to save the giant is essentially what I'm saying. Somehow, though, we got a lot of damage there. At this point, I think it's pretty safe to assume that yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't have mirror. But yeah, it's a pretty difficult matchup. He played it like alright, but it's difficult because, well, I know this because of, well, Riley and other log bait players who basically every time they play against Giant Graveyard, they win because the pressure's too much for the Giant Graveyard player to deal with. And in his case of having Mighty Miner, it's even harder because the Giant gets little to no value. But at the end, we did make some good progress, like of, you know, like dealing damage to his tower, but it's mostly because it's triple elixir, so we were finally able to, like, you know, actually, like, get some damage. But overall, pretty difficult matchup. I also think that guy mains that deck too, because I've heard of that guy before, and I'm pretty sure he's a log bait one-trick, so with those things in mind, with it being a bad matchup, and it also being pretty close, I'm definitely fine with how the outcome of that game went. So he's using, I actually don't know what this is, honestly. He's got Bowler, Baby Dragon, it could be E-Giant, actually, I don't know. I'm very confused either way. I'm gonna go Dark Prince here. Probably is E-Giant, so this is gonna be pretty hard, I would say. We're gonna ignore the Golden Knight. And go Graveyard here for sure. A tower trade is fine. Okay, then. How about that? That was decent, too. Okay, wow. Pretty difficult matchup. We managed to get the win. Again, challenging because it was another Electro Giant deck that didn't have Rocket in it, so he pretty much all the cards he had in his deck were quite good against what we were running. I mean, he even had Baby Dragon that deals splash, so good against the Skarmy minions. Great. So I don't know how I won that, but we're 10-2. See you guys when we find the next one. All right, we're against Chris. Interesting starting hand. Not really anything I want to begin the game with unless I want to just maybe cycle. Okay, so in this case we can go Dark Prince in the opposite lane. Tombstone probably means there's a good chance it's Lava or Graveyard. Oh, okay, RG. Uh-oh, this could be a little bit of a tough one, because he might be running RG Mother Witch. Uh-oh. That would not be good, would it? So... okay, if he's got... okay, he doesn't have Mother Witch if he's got... Queen, surely, so... I think we actually arrow this instead of going Dark Prince because... yeah, so, okay, so very good that he doesn't have the Mother Witch. That's great for us, actually. But what I was gonna say is this is... it's good he doesn't have Mother Witch, but... the Tombstone's gonna get him a lot of value. We gotta be careful. I think it's good time to Graveyard. Oh, nice. This is going to be some big time damage here. Let's go. Wow. Nice. I didn't expect the Graveyard to get that much, but I knew it was going to be tricky for him to defend. And he'd have to overcommit on it at least. Okay, great. This is also really good. He just cycled his... let's go Queen like this. Oh, that was a very bad RG in my opinion. We can Graveyard. That Queen is targeting it, so we can go really aggressive now. And just ignore the entirety of the RG, essentially. Was that the play, though? I don't know. We actually took a lot of damage. We gotta go in. Maybe it's a tower trade situation? Oh! I think we got it. Yeah, he doesn't have the elixir. He can't stop this Graveyard. Snowball coming in. He's got nothing. Nada. GG. Whew. I am so happy he didn't have Mother Witch. If he had Mother Witch, I can almost guarantee we would have lost that. If he had Mother Witch instead of the... either the Hunter or the Queen, either one, it would have been incredibly difficult. And most of the time, that RG deck does have it, so I'm glad he didn't. Okay, 11-2, this is the last one no matter what. Are we seriously going to lose out at 11 wins again? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we are, because for some reason, it seems like every Grand Challenge video I do, it's always, it's for some reason, it's always an 11 win or a 12 win. Every single time. You guys notice that? It's weird. And 11 wins sucks, alright? Getting 11-3 sucks, but I guess there's a 50% of it chance of it happening, so I mean, we'll see. Alright, see you guys when we find the final game. Alright, so we're against Expo Loves Boss. So he's got Boss in his name too. Cool. So he might be running Expo. I don't know. I guess we'll see. If he is, then I would assume it's probably not going to be too bad of a matchup. Since with Queen it's a little different since but if he had like 3.0, because the Queen is a little bit... oh, he's got... wait, what is this? Hold up. Oh, no, is this E-Giant? giant again. What is this? Hog? He's got delivery. I don't like the sign of him having delivery. I just hope he doesn't have, like, a Inferno or something. If he has Inferno, this is going to be rough, man. That's all I got to say. So I hope he's got, like, maybe a bomb tower, or... Do I even dare say a cannon? Because, yeah, he's got delivery for the minions, so... Alright, this will tell us if he's got an Inferno or not. He's got a cannon, okay. I'm actually glad about that. Because... I chose to defend like that because I didn't know if he would go for a prediction Earthquake or something. Question is, does he even have an Earthquake? Oh my gosh, that graveyard was 200 IQ. Yo! Oh my goodness. Wait, did he lag? Yo, what just happened? I think he lagged. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got lucky there. Whew. I'll take it though. Oh my goodness. Wait, what happened? He lagged? That's unlucky. Dang. Yeah, I guess can't get too excited because, yeah, I mean, it did look like he lagged, but either way, hope you guys did end up enjoying the video. Kind of a disappointing way to end off of someone lagging, but either way, what was that deck, man? I've never seen a hog deck like that before. So we probably, I don't want to say for certain, but I feel like we probably would have been able to win just because our arrows do get a lot of value. And let's play that back, shall we? See if there was, just real quick, see if there was any way, like, what would have happened if he didn't lag? Did he even lag? Like, what even happened, essentially? Like, I'm very curious what happened here. So... Oh, you know what? I think he was kind of screwed right here either way, because look. Wait. Well, no, wouldn't he have just gone delivery on the Dark Prince? And nah, he lagged. That's clear lag. I don't know what happened, but we got lucky. Hey, though, man, not my fault. You gotta have good connection, right? I mean, sorry. I'll take it, though. Alright, there we go. We end the 11-win curse. Get a 12-win, finally. Well, I don't know. It was only the last 2 times we got 11, but still, nice to get 12 again. Probably my next video will be a Royal Tournament video going to 25 wins, so hope you guys enjoy that. Let me know again. I said this at the beginning of the video, but I'll say it again. If you guys want me to play a Classic Challenge going to 12 wins, let me know. I'd gladly do that because, again, I think the vast majority of you guys watching, or I'd say like at least half of you guys, probably haven't won a Classic Challenge, so if you would like to see that, I'd gladly do it. I will use a deck that I think is one of the easiest decks to use in the meta and one that's good in the meta. Or I could use one that won't fall out of the meta that I think will be good for months to come and won't be nerfed, so then you guys could practice it. So just let me know. I'll leave it up to you guys. Make sure to like the video if you guys did end up enjoying it. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. And thanks again. Until next time, guys.